Welcome. Welcome to all of my students and also friends. Exercise 10.2 CBSE का exercise 10.2 chapter name circle. Chapter name circle. Chapter name circle. First question, here is the first question. From a point Q, the length of the tangent to a circle is 24 centimeter and the distance of Q from the center is 25 centimeter. The radius of the circle is this, either this. Going to the question, here is given that from a point Q, which is on, here is given that Q is the outer point of the circle. Q is the outer point of the circle. From the point Q, you have to draw a tangent PQ, whose length is 24 centimeter. Whose length is 24 centimeter tangent, and Q is the Q retains the distance from the center is 25 centimeter. Here is also given 25 centimeter because the distance of the Q from the center is 25 centimeter. Here is given. That means from the center the distance of Q is 25 centimeter. Here is the question. And from O we have to draw a line OP, and which must be perpendicular on tangent PQ. This is mine. This is the theorem is when we draw a radius through a point, which point is the tangential point. It means from this point we have to draw a tangent PQ. That point is called tangential point and it is radius. Radius must be perpendicular on tangent always. This is the theorem first. And that's why we find a right angle triangle. Whereas PQ is tangent 24 centimeter and also base, and OQ is the distance of Q from the center O, that is 25 centimeter, that is the hypotenuse, and OP is the radius. And after redrawing the triangle, that Q is the on right hand side, always you have to take on right hand side that acute angle Q, and P is left hand side, P is on left hand side, right angle, and after that this is the base, this is the perpendicular, and this is the hypotenuse. Using Pythagoras theorem, height square plus base square equal to hypotenuse square, and therefore OP square PQ square equal to OQ square. Radius square, we have to find OP radius. The radius square equal to OQ, so here is given PQ equal to 24 and OQ is 25, and that's why radius will be root over 49, that means plus minus 7. So radius will be 7 centimeter. You have to find the radius of the circle 7 centimeter. Option A will be the answer. And from this question, you have to always remember that here is the two dimensions, 24 centimeter and 25 centimeter. Always remember it that between two dimensions 25 is the larger of 24. 25 is the larger than 24, and that's why 25 must be hypotenuse, because in a right angle triangle hypotenuse always greater than the other sides. Hypotenuse always greater than the other sides, and that's why 25 is larger than 24, and that's why 25 is the hypotenuse. This is the clue. If you cannot understand what is the question, what does question says, and then you have to use the clue that 25 is the larger side, and that's why it must be hypotenuse, and 24 is the smaller side. Either it may be base or perpendicular. Clear? Now we will go into the question number 2. Question number 2 কি বলছে? In figure TP, here is into the question, there is given that the figure, and according to this figure you have to solve it. In figure, TP and TQ are the two tangents to a circle with center O, so that TP one tangent and TQ is the another tangent and center is O. That angle POQ is 110 degree. Then find out PTQ. So we know that the OP is the radius and OQ is the radius. If we draw OP and OQ, then OP and OQ are radius of that circle, okay, and must be perpendicular to the tangent respectively. So OP is the tangent of PT tangent. The OP is the perpendicular on PT tangent and OQ is the perpendicular of PT tangent. So therefore, angle OPT equal to 90 degree, angle OQT equal to 90 degree. And that's why, and from this quadrilateral OPTQ, we know that the sum of four angles equal to 360 degree. In any quadrilateral, sum of four angles must be 360 degree. And that's why 110 plus 90 plus 90 plus PTQ plus Q2P by PTQ. Okay. Between the middle point is T, and because T will be the middle point, because at the point T, here is the angle. Okay. Here is the angle. And that's why T must be between P1P. Q2P, PTQ. Both are same angle. So that means Q2P. Or you have to find out PTQ or Q2P. Okay. After solving that, angle PTQ equal to 1060 minus 190, that means 70 degree. Clear? Next, question number 3. Question number 3 equal to, if tangent PA and PB form a point P to a circle with center O are inclined to each other at angle 80 degree, then angle POA equal to what? Angle POA equal to what? POA or AOP. Here is given that P and PB is the tangent. You have to draw a circle, and after that taking A and B point, and through A we have to draw a tangent, and through B we have to draw a tangent from the fixed point P. Here, and after that O and OP are joined. O and P are joined, and we get OP line. Incline and or inclined to each other at angle 80 degree. क्या बोला? ना दोनों tangent, there is a two tangents are inclined to each other 80 degree. And after we have to draw OP, joining line OP. So angle OAP equal to क्या है? OAP. Similarly, from the tangential point A and the center, joining line must be radius, and radius always be perpendicular on tangent, and that's why OAP equal to 90 degree, OBP equal to 90 degree. यही लिखा, OAP equal to 90 degree and OBP equal to 90 degree. Angle APO कितना होगा ना? APO यहाँ पर एक थियरम है, जब सेंटर टू आउटर पॉइंट ज्वाइन करेगा, if we join center and outer point, then that line OP must bisect the common angle of two tangents. Common angle of two tangents. कारण इस tangent और इस tangent में एक ही एंगल कर दिया, उस एंगल को OP क्या बाइसेक्ट करेगा ही करेगा. ये एक थ्योरी है, ठीक है, बीच में जाएगा. इट इज ऑलवेज थ्रू द मिडिल ऑफ द एंगल्स. ठीक है, थ्रू द मिडिल ऑफ द एंगल्स इफ यू जॉइन OP, and OP line must bisect the angle, common angle of AP and PB. That means APB, and that's why it will be क्या? It will be 40 degree. It will be 40 degree. It will be क्या होगा? 80/2. That means 40 degree. एक here 40 degree. You know, OP bisects the angle AP, and after that from the triangle, right angle triangle, we get 90 plus 40 plus this OAP, AOP. Sorry, OAP plus APO plus AOP. You know, angle the sum of 180, because we know that the sum of three angles of a triangle equal to 180 degree, and that's why this the AOP equal to 90 degree, OAP equal to 90, AP equal to 40, AOP निकलना होगा. You know, here is the question is angle PO, find the value of angle POA, and that's why POA equal to 180 minus 130 minus 50. Clear? This is very so simple. If you draw the picture, then you must solve it. After that, prove that the tangent drawn to the ends of a diameter of a circle are parallel. Tangent that prove that the tangent draw करना है at the ends of the diameter. Here is the diameter. At first you have to draw a circle, and after drawing a diameter PQ, you have to draw the from tangential point P a tangent PR, and you have to draw from the another tangential point Q, that's QS. Both tangent क्या बोला? A circle are parallel. Both tangent are parallel. You have to prove that. तो प्रूव करने के लिए क्या है? ये राइडर है. क्या है? इसको राइडर बोलता है. ये ज्योमेट्रिकल प्रूफ करना है. कोई थ्योरम नहीं है, सिर्फ थ्योरम अप्लाई करके इसको प्रूफ करना है जो दोनों पैरेलल होगा ऑलवेज. और ये भी एक थ्योरम है. जो प्रूव होता है वही थ्योरम होता है. ताहले O इज द सेंटर. O इज द सेंटर. यहाँ पर जो मिल रहा है O इज द सेंटर. PQ इज द डायमीटर. PR and QS are tangents. क्वेश्चन में यही दे रहा है, ऐसा सब किया. प्रूव दैट PR पैरेलल टू, ये पैरेलल का साइन है, PR पैरेलल टू QS. तो क्या करना है? सिंस OP, we know that OP is the radius and radius must be perpendicular on tangent. ठीक है. ताहले OP perpendicular to PR, and that's why angle OPR equal to 90 degree. ये एंगल क्या है? 90 degree है. And OQ is perpendicular to, similarly OQ is perpendicular to QS, therefore OQS equal to 90 degree. Clear? तो दोनों एंगल हमको मिल गया. और बीच में जो ज्वाइनिंग किया, we have to draw, not necessary, draw, कोई प्रेजर नहीं है. ड्रॉ करना है क्या? ये जो लाइन हम पहले खींचा है, इसका कोई ज़रूरी नहीं है. ये नहीं करने से वे प्रूव हो जाएगा. ठीक है. पहले हम ड्रॉ कर लिया. ठीक है, हो जाएगा. इसका कोई ज़रूरी नहीं है. तो ज़रूरी नहीं, ये मैंने इट इज़ नॉट, दे आर नॉट नेसेसरी टू प्रूव दिस सम्स, एंड दैट्स वाई OR and OS आर डिलीटेड. ठीक है. नाउ वी हैव टू कंसिडर these angles are 90 degree, these angles are 90 degree, and PQ is the diameter because PQ is POQ is the straight line. From this theorem, we draw the another picture. Here is the PR line and QS line, and here is the क्या है PQ diameter. बीच में क्या है? सेंटर. सेंटर देने का कोई जरूरी नहीं है. तो यहाँ पर क्या है? एक दोनों लाइन का एक लाइन क्या कर रहा है? इंटरसेक्ट कर रहा है. तो क्या है? From this picture we get PR and QS lines are intersected or bisected by क्या है? By the line PQ, and therefore PQ is the transversal. PQ is the transversal. So here PQ is transversal of two lines PR and QS. It is true, and that's why, because POQ lies on a straight line, POQ on a straight line, and PQ is also a diameter, and that's why PQ is a straight line, and PQ क्या है? A transversal of two lines PR and QS. So we know that the parallel theorem. From the parallel theorem we know that OPR, ठीक है जी, OPR बा PQR. पहले लिखो एंगल क्या है? QPR प्लस PQS इक्वल टू क्या है? 180, सॉरी 90 प्लस 90. ये लिखना है बिकॉज दोनों आर को इंटीरियर एंगल्स. क्या लिखा? दोनों आर को इंटीरियर एंगल्स, एंड फ्रॉम द रेफरेंस ऑफ QPR के जगह में यहाँ पर एक O है, वो था तो OPR. OPR और QPR सेम है बिकॉज POQ लाई ऑन सेम लाइन, सेम स्ट्रेट लाइन्स. ये तो लिख दिया हम लोग, लाई ऑन स्ट्रेट लाइन. ठीक है. एंड दैट्स वाई OPR इक्वल टू 90 डिग्री एंड OQS इक्वल टू 90. एंड दोनों का सम ऑफ 90 प्लस 90, तब OPR दोनों का 180 हो रहा है. तो दोनों इंटीरियर एंगल का को इंटीरियर एंगल का जो सम ऑफ 180 होगा, we note that according to parallel theorem sum of co-interior angle to 180 degree, and that's why PR parallel to QS. दोनों लाइन पैरेलल होने से को इंटीरियर सम ऑफ को इंटीरियर एंगल इक्वल टू क्या होगा, 180 डिग्री होगा. ये हमको पैरेलल थ्योरम से आ रहा है. ठीक है. यहाँ पर थोड़ा इंडिकेट कर लो, फ्रॉम पैरेलल थ्योरम लिख दो, पैरेलल थ्योरम. क्लियर हो गया? आई होप यू हैव बेटर अंडरस्टूड. थैंक यू. Prove that the perpendicular at the point of contact to the tangent to a circle passes through the center. We have to prove that if we draw a perpendicular on the tangential point Q on the line on the tangent MN, then that perpendicular must passing through the center. यही प्रूव करना है. ठीक है. तो how will we prove? Now here is given that O is the center of the circle, MN is the tangent at the point Q on the circumference of the circle. ठीक है. tangent Q point में है. At the point of contact Q between circle and tangent, OQ is perpendicular to the tangent MN. तो ना यहाँ पर दे दिया perpendicular, OQ के ऊपर perpendicular होगा to the tangent MN, that is OQ perpendicular to MN. ये बोल दिया. तो to prove that the perpendicular on MN at Q से हम any perpendicular draw करेगा तो all perpendiculars is always passing through the center O of the circle. Clear? It will be proved. Now draw taking or assuming another point X, taking and assuming another point X through which we draw a perpendicular XQ, by assuming, which is not possible, we know that, but in assumeness we have to take XQ is perpendicular to MN at the point Q, and we have to prove that X and O center is the same point. So we know that the tangent of the circle is perpendicular to the radius at point of contact. Tangent always क्या करेगा of the circle is perpendicular. Tangent always is perpendicular to the radius. जो भी radius draw करो ना करो वो perpendicular होगा. That's why OQ is perpendicular to MN. That means OQN equal to 90 degree. That is the equation number 1. Now we assumed that XQ is perpendicular to MN or QN. So XQN equal to 90 degree. By drawing XQ perpendicular to, drawing or assuming XQ perpendicular to MN assumed. So from 1 and 2 say, we can write that angle OQN equal to angle XON. Yeah, we can write radius at the point of the contact OQ is perpendicular to MN, and whereas angle OQN equal to 90 degree, OQN is 90 degree, it is also given into the questions, and by assuming X we get XQN is the 90 degree because we draw the SQ is perpendicular to MN, and that is angle XQN equal to 90 degree. This is the 2. 1 or 2. From 1 and 2 we get both angle are 90 degree. ठीक है. क्या है? XQN और OQN क्या है ना, एक ही लाइन का ऊपर QN का ऊपर एक O से 90 डिग्री ड्रॉ किया, एक से 90 डिग्री ड्रॉ किया. So therefore, it is proved that OX are lying on the same line. It must be. এটা হতেই হবে, ये होना ही है. QN both are the same line, but and both angles are 90 degree, and that's why OQN 90, XQN 90, and that's why we proved and we see that O and X must be light on a same straight line, and that's why it is possible when only the line QX is same to QO. Line QX is same to QO. QX क्या है और QO सेम होना चाहिए, क्यों ना OX तो एक ही लाइन में पड़ेगा ना, 90 डिग्री कैसे होगा, अलग अलग पॉइंट होगा. दैट मीन्स XQ passes through the center O. XQ passes through the center O. Therefore, the perpendicular to the tangent passes through the center. It is proved because O is the center. Thank you. Therefore, क्या बोला ना, only the key, it is possible when the only the line QX is same to QO, then it will be true, because X and O both are lying on same line. Either it is not possible, both angles are 90 degree. दोनों को एक लाइन में पढ़ना ही है, इसीलिए क्या है ना, दोनों का 90 डिग्री है. इट इज़ पॉसिबल व्हेन ओनली द लाइन QX इज सेम टू QO. दोनों लाइन सेम है, बट दोनों लाइन lying on the same line. That means XQ passes through the center O. XQ passes through the center O, अथवा XQ lying on the line OQ. It may be right. Hence, perpendicular to tangent passes through the center. Proved. Thank you. Here, the length of a tangent from a point A at a distance 5 cm from the center of the circle is 4 cm. Find the radius of the circle. Now, here is also given that a tangent from a point, outer point A, a tangent है जो PA is tangent of the circle, and the point is far about the distance 5 cm from the center. Here is given this. So AP equal to 4 cm and OA equal to 5 cm. Then find the radius of the circle. Then you have to prove OP. Because we know that the radius is always perpendicular to tangent. Radius is always perpendicular to tangent. That means what OP is the radius. Here it is given that AP equal to tangent, O is the center, OP is the radius. From Pythagoras theorem, here also we get a right angle triangle OPA, and at the point of P there is a right angle, and base is AP equal to 4 cm, hypotenuse is 5 cm. Hypotenuse is always greater than the other two sides, and that's why OA equal to 5 cm. And therefore, according to Pythagoras theorem, we know that height square plus base square equal to hypotenuse square. Height square means OP square, and base means AP square. AP क्या कितना है? The value of AP is 4 cm, that means 4 square, and OA is the hypotenuse, that is the 5 square. Hypotenuse is always greater than other side, and that's why hypotenuse, it will be hypotenuse. A clue है. So therefore, and the language will be says that OA is the hypotenuse. The OP square plus 4 square equal to 5 square, and OP square equal to 25 minus 16, OP equal to root over 9, equal to plus minus 3. But length never be negative, and that's why OP equal to 3 cm. So what is OP? OP is the radius of the circle. Therefore, we have to find out the radius of the circle. Therefore, radius equal to 3 cm. Clear? Thank you. Next sums बोल रहा है the two concentric circles are of radius 5 cm and 3 cm. Find the length of the chord of the larger circle which touches the smaller circle. ठीक है, which touches the smaller circle. तो क्या, here is the what is concentric circle? Concentric circle means all circles has a common center, that is here O. O is the center of the smaller circle, O is the center of the bigger circle, and that's why from O the radius will be 5 centimeter, OP and OQ. Okay? And OM is the radius of the smaller circle, that is 3 centimeter. You have to find out the length of chord of the bigger circle which is tangent to the smaller circle, or which touches the smaller circle. We know that only tangent touches a circle. So from this questions we write PQ is the tangent of the smaller circle, and also PQ is the chord of the bigger circle. Therefore OP is equal to radius of the larger circle 5 centimeter, and OM is the radius of the smaller circle, that is 3 centimeter, and PQ is the tangent of the smaller circle at the point M, tangential point M, and the chord of, and also it be a chord of larger circle, chord of larger circle. ठीक है, chord किसको बोलता है? chord means any circle का दोनों पॉइंट का भीतर इनर जो लाइन मिल रहा है एवं सर्कल को 2 पॉइंट में इंटरसेक्ट कर रहा है, उसको ही कॉर्ड बोलता है. ठीक है, ताले क्या मिला? फाइंड द लेंथ ऑफ द कॉर्ड PQ. PQ को लेंथ निकालना होगा, यही आंसर माना. तो देयरफॉर एंगल OMP कितना होगा? द वैल्यू ऑफ OMP इक्वल टू 90 डिग्री, बिकॉज OM इज द परपेंडिकुलर ऑन द टेंजेंट PQ और MP और MQ, PQ और MP और MQ. क्या है? OM is perpendicular on these three lines, and that's why OMP equal to 90 degree. And from this right angle triangle, here that right angle is transferred to this क्या OMP at this place. So OMP, OM equal to 3 centimeter, OP equal to 5 centimeter. From the Pythagoras theorem we get PM square, OM square plus PM square equal to OP square. OM square equal to 3 square, height square. PM इक्वल टू क्या है? बेस स्क्वायर. R क्या है? हाइपोटेन्यूज स्क्वायर 5 स्क्वायर. तो देयरफॉर PM इक्वल टू प्लस माइनस 4, दैट मीन्स 4 सेंटीमीटर, बिकॉज PM नेवर बी नेगेटिव. PM नेवर बी नेगेटिव. सारे PM निकल गए. हेलो, वी कैन फाइंड द लेंथ ऑफ PM. and PM is the क्या है? Similarly, from the triangle OMQ, we get OQ equal to 5 centimeter because it is the radius of the bigger circle, and OM is the 3 centimeter because it is the radius of the smaller circle. And from this Pythagoras theorem, we get similarly MQ equal to 4 centimeter. Therefore, chord PQ equal to PM plus MQ. Okay, because PMQ are lying on the same line, and that's why 4 plus 4 equal to 8 centimeter. The length of chord equal to PQ equal to 8 centimeter of the bigger circle. This will be the answer. Thank you. Please subscribe and comment us for next videos and more information. Online and offline classes of academic and competitive examinations of various entrances and services are available. If you want to join with us, you can communicate with us through our mobile number and email address. Thank you. Our locations is near Navarno, Howrah, West Bengal. Thank you.